right, welcome back for another episode of the Wednesday Watch List. This is the video series where I talk about those books coming out this Wednesday that I think you should be aware of. I'm going to give you books that are on my pull list, some variants to keep an eye out for, maybe some secret drops that might be coming out this week, and generally keeping you up to date on everything you need to know before you go to the store on Wednesday to pick up your new release books. Hopefully you're enjoying this series as well as everything else here on the channel. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure that you like, you subscribe, you hit the alert button so you don't miss anything. Keep telling your friends so we can keep growing the channel. And if you want to see this week's new release books for September 17th, 2025, just hang on for a few seconds after the intro and I will be right back. All right, sorry, running a little bit late today and getting this drop out there, but I'll get it out even if it's late night. But we are going to start off the show with our secret drops. And yes, there is one per store drop this week. Whether it be a secret or not, it really isn't at this point because we've gotten used to the idea that when we're getting a new issue of Exquisite Corpses, we are getting a thank you edition, foil edition, one per store, one per account, at your shop. So this week, there is another foil edition for issue 5 coming out, this week. These have traditionally done well every time they've come out. Interest and prices have kind of eased back from the initial rush on the first couple of issues, but still, these things do sell for a bit of a premium. So if you're interested, keep an eye out when you go to your shop. Hopefully you got a good relationship with your LCS owner. Maybe you can get a hold of one of these for a decent price. But this is the shiny foil edition that goes out to one per store. So if you're interested, go take a look at your shop when you get there this week. Now, from here, we are going to go right into the top of the stack, and right at the top of the stack is going to be this 5th issue of Exquisite Corpses because I'm really enjoying this series still. It's been a lot of fun. Can't wait to see how this thing continues, but this is issue 5. It's going to keep rolling. Multiple covers here. I generally get a cover A. I don't play much with the other covers here. There is a B option, there is a C option, and there is a carded polybag version, which I actually get those as well. So I usually get the cover A, and I get the carded one because I am collecting the cards. So I make sure to get one of these as well. With that, there are also the incentives. So we do have a 1 in 25 option, as well as a pretty cool looking 1 in 50. I actually do kind of like it. It's kind of simple. You got the fox. It's kind of, pretty with the, with the leaves and whatnot. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm not paying that 1 in 50 premium price for it personally, but it is out there if you are interested in it. From here, the next book that's right near the top of the stack, right at the top of the pile of books that I want to read this week, is the 3rd issue of Ghost Pepper. I just kind of like this series. It's got the look of Joe Mad's art from Battle Chasers, etc. I'm really easing into Ludo Lullaby. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but I like the art and I like this series. So Ghost Pepper number 3 coming out with a cover A. We've got an Humberto Ramos cover B, which is kind of cool. We've got the 1 in 10 Usual Suspect style mugshot here, as we've gotten on the last couple of issues. There is also a 1 in 25, as well as a 1 in 50, which will probably be the one that a lot of people go and gravitate towards. The 1 in 50s have done well for this series, so keep an eye on it, but we'll see how it goes. From here, I just like this series because I don't know, I'm just interested in Predator right now. Alien and Predator, I'm all about it right now. Just Marvel has actually done well, I think, too, with supporting them with the comics. So here we have Predator kills the Marvel Universe. I'm really interested to see where Benjamin Percy takes this storyline, and with all the heroes in the Marvel Universe fighting off against a ton of Predators, this is going to be fun. So I'm looking forward to issue 2 here. There is a cover A. We've got a cover B option here with the hunter hunting the hunted, or whatever I think they call these ones. So here we got Blade hunting a Predator. Then we've got a Predator fighting a Thor. And then we do have incentives with a 1 in 25, as well as we'll take that cover A, take the trade dress off of it, and there is our 1 in 100 option. Now, probably the most popular book of the week and the biggest book of the week is also on the top of my pile here, because while I didn't ask for this team up, I am very curious to see what they do with it. So Deadpool and Batman may not be a series that I asked for, but I am curious. I'm not going to lie. I know it's kind of a backdoor way for them to do another Marvel DC crossover, but here we have Batman mixing it up with Deadpool. I'll give it a shot. And yes, you might have guessed it. There are a crap load of covers, a ton of covers. No idea what might be inside this book of who and what other heroes might cross over, but this book is just an excuse, I think, for them to do a buttload of DC Marvel crossovers, whether they be the dozen plus that we have here on this title with open orders to the exclusives, etc., that you might find out there, and eventual reprints and later prints we'll see of this series. There's a lot of covers. There's a lot of covers. And here we go. We'll start off with the first one. We got a Greg Capullo. Pretty cool. We've got another Capullo, but this one is a wraparound. So I'll show you what it looks like with the wraparound of Batman and Deadpool. So there you go. Not bad. Both pretty solid. I mean, they are Greg Capullo after all. We got a fun Infinity Gauntlet homage here. I mean, you can't go wrong there. I think this is Russell Dauterman, I think, did this one. So we got that. We've got another homage here doing the the Incredible Hulk Wolverine. So you got this after McFarlane. You've got the nice little, tip of the cap. Gotta like that when there is an homage cover. We got Jeff and Crypto hanging out on this one. We've got a team up that I actually think would be a really good story. Daredevil and Green Arrow. I could see these two working together. I could see it. So we got that. We got an art germ giving us the ladies here. So we got here Cap and Wonder Woman on a Dodson. Again, not bad. And then we go back to the team up of Batman and Deadpool here with an Esad Ribic. We've got Peach Momoko giving us Batgirl and Elektra. Also, an interesting combo. Wouldn't mind reading this storyline. Poison Ivy is mixing up with Rogue. Okay, I guess. Then we got a Scotty Young. I mean, Scotty Young's always fun. I like this. I like this when there's like background. It's not just the two characters. So we got a whole scene set here on the rooftops with Deadpool and Batman. So I kind of like it, especially with the logos kind of mashed up there on the the bat signal. It's kind of fun. Speaking of the mashed up logos, you have one of those covers that puts the two of them together. And then we also have I think it's a Daniel Warren Johnson. So you got Thing and Big Barda going right at it there. Then we got a J. Scott Campbell, because we got to have a J. Scott Campbell, right? With Psylocke and Huntress. Cool. And then we've got Bagley giving us a foil that gives us the Joker, mixing it up with our tag team headline in this book. From here, and that's a foil edition. From here, we'll go to our incentives, where I like this Steve McNiven. I think it's really cool. I also can say that there is a Frank Miller on the 1 in 50. Old Man Logan in the Dark Knight. I can't say that I like it, but I can say that it exists. And then there is a 1 in 100, which is going to take that art term and we'll take all the trade dress off of it and give you a virgin version of it for a 1 in 100. Cool. It's going to be a probably big book, big seller for Marvel this week. I mean, they're big characters. A lot of people I think are going to be picking it up, and some people like me, I can't help it. I'm going to get a couple of these covers because I believe I already ordered the J. Scott Campbell, and I think I also got the art germ. I'm probably going to end up getting like 3 of these just because I just like collecting art and covers, and I'm just not going to be able to help myself. Might even get the Scotty Young because I like that one too. But with that said, let's move on from here, top of the stack, to the rest of my pull list. So these are still books that I'm pulling this week. Going to get them at my shop. Going to get them from my online orders. These are a lot of books to keep up with, but I'm doing my best here. So with that, my pull list this week, we're going to start off with the Absolute Flash. And if you can't see there, I've actually got a nice little habit forming here where I'm buying these little Enzo rubber wedding rings that are all, superhero movie related. I just can't help it. I got a lightsaber one now. I got this Flash one. I got a Lord of the Rings one. I got a Spider-Man one. It's a rabbit hole I've fallen down, and my wife thinks I'm crazy. But with that said, Absolute Flash is out this week and is definitely part of my pull list. So issue 7, I still like most of the Absolute books, actually. Unlike the Ultimate, the new Ultimate Universe, I've kind of held stronger with the Absolute Universe. So with that, Flash is still going with issue 7. We got an A. We got a B. we got to see. And we've got some incentive options too if you want the 1 in 25, or we'll bring that B cover back, make that the 1 in 50 by taking the trade dress off of it. And there you go. That's the only absolute book this week, though. Lucky for me, that's a little bit less on the wallet, but we still have plenty more because I told you for the last almost year now, because we're getting near the end, Batman and Robin, year one. I've been complaining about how many Batman books there are, and even Batman and Robin in particular, those two together have 3 books, I think, or 3 titles running. This is number 11 of Batman and Robin year one. I was seeing this one through. It's Samney. I'm not going to let this one go. It's Mark Waid, Chris Samney. I said it from the start. I'm behind on reading them all, but I was getting them all. So here we are, the penultimate issue. I believe it's wrapping up with issue 12. So number 11 coming out this week. Just getting the cover A. Though the B is pretty solid. It's kind of fun. And then we got that was B. Then there's also a C. And there's also a 1 in 25 option here, which, that's Two-Face, flipping a coin. Gives me like Batman, the animated series kind of vibes there on that 1 in 25. Also, just going to ride out the New Gods run. We're up to issue 10, so I'm going to see it through 12. And I still got to catch up on reading these. But Ram V, I'm trusting once I can sit down and dive into all these, I'm still going to enjoy this. I do like this cover A. It's pretty solid. There are other options, which are also pretty good. The B's not bad. And then there is a cover C here by Bertram, if you want to go that way. Very stylized, but I don't mind that with certain titles. Like certain titles deserve or kind of demand that over stylization. I think that kind of works here for New Gods in particular. With that said, G.I. Joe. I mean, look at the hat. I'm not going to let this one go by. This is definitely on the list still. Issue 11. Major Blood. Baroness, you got me. There you go. Cover A. We got cover B. We're bringing Raptor in here, fighting Cover Girl. That's an interesting combo. I never would have thought of that. But, yeah, the little Birdman. I remember. You guys remember. You remember how that G.I. Joe figure. Everybody probably had it. It didn't have these wind turbines. It was just, it was just wings. Like he was like Hawkman, but it was still a cool figure. But this is the 1 in 10, which will go with our 1 in 10 set that is still running across the desk here. We've got a whole bunch of covers. We're going to take a look at them all as we scroll through. Oh, sorry for the extra transitions, but yeah, see, scrolling through the desk. We got all the pictures covered here. Moving on a little bit further, moving on a little bit more. We got to the beachhead. There we go. Going back to issue 7. These all connect up, which is pretty cool. From here, we will bring up the 1 in 25, which gives you that G.I. Joe almost like the little card back for the action figures. Still going with that style on the 1 in 25s. But again, featuring the Raptor dude here. And then we got the 1 in 50, which has been a nice little run. A nice little run by, is it Omar? I don't know if I'm saying the name right. But a nice little 1 in 50 run here for those. So that is an option as well. I actually have enjoyed Battle Beast. It's a fun story, even though we know what happens to him eventually. It's still kind of a fun ride. Battle Beast issue 5. I think we're almost coming to the end of this first arc, at least. I think it might wrap up with 6, but here we go with number 5. A couple of covers, open order wise. There's an A, there's a B. Fine getting either, and then you get into the incentives where we have a 1 in 10, we got a 1 in 25, we got a 1 in 50. And we've got a 1 in 100. That's a lot of covers. But they've done it the whole way. I guess they're seeing it through. Speaking of seeing it through, it feels like it's been a while. Because the first 2 issues came like hot on the heels of each other. But here we go, wrapping up this series. This ends tonight. This series ends with this 3rd issue. So Jay Lee on this one. Pretty cool cover. The yellow makes it pop. And that's kind of cool. There is... Oh, I wonder what happened to it. There is a 1 in 15 cover option as well, but it looks like I might have deleted it by accident from my deck. So we're going to, unfortunately, have to roll on without showing you that 1 in 15. But that's it. 2 options for this book, A and the incentive. As we move on to The Amazing Spider-Man. So Amazing Spider-Man here with issue 12, the first dozen issues. Legacy run 976. We're nearing that 1,000 mark. Spider-Man. I mean, by now we're dealing with a couple of Spider-Men, and we know who is now under the mask of this suit here on Earth. While Peter Parker is out in space, Norman is holding the fort down, but the other Spider characters apparently don't like that too much. So we'll see how that goes. With that, This Lee Bermejo, awesome cover. I dig it. Yes, there will be another one we'll show you in a minute, but I'm completely content with the Amazing Visions here with the trade dress on it. There is a video game one here to add to the list if you like these Mystic Mayhems. So we got another one of those. I don't really care for this one. I think this is a Bianchi. I'm just not feeling it. It's just something about the mask. It just looks weird. 1 in 25 is kind of cool. Not bad. Swinging in action. And then we go back and get that 1 in 50. But we'll take the trade dress off of it. But like I said, not really for me. And then going back to the Lee Bermejo, we'll take that trade dress off. That's the 1 in 100, which is a gorgeous looking cover. Doc Ock, Spidey, classic. I like it. I also like Magic. And Magic, unfortunately, is wrapping up with issue 10. That seems to be the magic number for a lot of these Marvel titles. They're wrapping it up at 10. And here we go. To the bitter end, to save her friend, Villa-Lobos doing this cover. Not bad. All the covers on this are pretty good, except for this little teaser thing. I'm not impressed by these. I get it. But you'll see there's even more. We've had them already a couple of weeks. We've still got more coming, but Avengers. Ooh, thanks for the tease. I don't know. Why would you choose that when you can have a Villa-Lobos cover? Or this one right here. Awesome as well. Or the Simone DeMeo. Another one of my favorites. I just like all the covers except the lazy logos. That's all. That's just my personal feeling now. I know a lot of people do like the logos and they might like that little rip kind of teaser. But for me, for my money, I'd get one of the other three. Any one of the other three first. I might lean towards the DeMeo. I don't know. It's pretty close. The last two. It is pretty close, but this one might be my favorite of the bunch. With that, Uncanny X-Men, number 21. So, still rolling here. I'm still behind on reading these Uncannies, unfortunately. But, as I've said multiple times, they're just going to keep going. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's in this book. My OCD collecting is, I can't break my run. So, I got to keep getting them, no matter what. No matter what. My run's not even complete. I still got plenty of the original OG issues to kind of pick up. And I will get them over time, but still. You know what I'm getting at. You just can't. I can't let it break. So, Uncanny, regular X-Men, Amazing Spider-Man. There's 3 series. I gotta have to get no matter what. With that, this is cover A, and then we've got one of those little teaser logo things, the Unbreakable X-Men, because I can't break my streak and can't break my run. There are other options with a C, not bad. And then there's also a D cover with Nightcrawler being featured there. I mean, that's kind of cool. And then, for whatever reason, we're still getting these Alex Ross Timeless, which I am completely over. I like Alex Ross, but these covers with the white backgrounds, I'm done. I'm just not interested anymore. It's not for me. It's just reusing like poster art and making them into a whole crap load of covers. I don't know if we need them. But with that, let's bring Nightcrawler back, take the trade dress off. That's a 1 in 50 apparently now. And then we're going to bring that Alex Ross back and take the color off of it. And then we've got a pencil sketch 1 in 100. You can find these for well under ratio. So if you want them, you can find them. With that, we also found the end of this series, which actually was a solid little read. Buried long, long ago. Nice little creepy based starting, kind of like all around a true story. And then, of course, taking poetic license to continue it. But still, good read, good run. It's wrapping up here with number 5 out of Mad Cave. Buried long, long ago. So I'm looking forward to seeing this end. I'm also looking forward to some more horror and continuing Catacomb of Torment. We've got a bunch of covers here with cover A. I'm really enjoying these anthologies right now. I mean, I guess it's because they're easier for me to digest, easier for me to read. I can read a quick one of the stories, put it down, go back later in between, like putting things together like this, putting together decks. I can take a quick little break, bang out a couple of page story, and then get another one in later. Bjorn Barron's there. I'm not a big fan of the foot. It's just kind of creeped me out, especially with a bug on it. But hey, it's supposed to be creepy. The 1 in 10's kind of fun with the Harvey. You get that old Harvey art mixed with the horror elements. We'll take that B cover, show you the behind the scenes of the design. There's our 1 in 20, and then we've got the table of contents 1 in 50. I don't know what else to call these, but that's what they are to me. With that said, before we continue on with the show, Whatnot. If you haven't tried Whatnot, use my link down below to get yourselves a free $15 to spend on whatever you want with whomever you want. No strings attached. First-time buyers, you try out the app, you get $15 to spend on whatever you like. You help out the channel. You get yourself $15 to spend. You got nothing to lose to give it a shot. So even buy something on a blind, like I'm going to do with these titles. And these are my blind picks of the week. Basically, new release titles. I have no prior knowledge, no early advanced copies to read or anything like that. I'm just saying, based off of what I know, based off the creators involved and the characters topic, these will probably be a solid start. So with that, these are my blind picks for the week. And again, say picks because I did put 2 in here once again, like I did last week. Usually I just kind of shoot for 1, but I'm putting 2 in here because I bet you everybody's kind of itching for a little bit more Marvel Zombies, right? I know we're getting the Disney Plus show soon, but we're getting a Red Band storyline, Marvel Zombies. It's almost like an alternate universe version of it. So if you're like me and you haven't read all 5 volumes or however many volumes of the original Marvel Zombies run is, I've perused them and I've read some of them, but I have not read them end to end to remember the whole storyline or anything like that. You don't need to. We're starting kind of fresh with this storyline, and we'll get the Fantastic Four coming back all zombified and go from there. Cool. Red Band, expect blood, expect some gore. We'll see what happens here. Cover A by Greg Land's not bad. I mean, it's not bad for Greg Land. We do have a cover B here by Clayton Crane, which, again, it's all right, except Mr. Fantastic looks like an angry Pinocchio for some reason. It's just, I don't know. It just looks like Pinocchio went bad. But there's that. We got a Hulk cover here. It's kind of cool. Again, exaggerated. Kind of dig it. The animated cover, it's okay, but I've had enough of Thanos here, so we really need to feature him. But that's what we got. Maybe more. If we had more of the animated zombie characters, would have been cooler, but yeah, it seems kind of meh. My favorite is probably this little throwback, this little retro styled one. This is just fun. I just like it. So this is going to be the one I'm grabbing. So yeah, picking one of these up myself. And then we've got the incentives with Reed Richards. This is Ryan Brown. I like Ryan Brown, but that Reed Richards is really giving me Mummy 1999 vibes. Remember with was it Arnold Vosloo on his mouth? Oh, like I can't get that out of my head when I look at this. It just looks like the Mummy from that 1999 Brendan Fraser movie, which again, it's not a terrible flick. It's kind of fun. It's not a great movie by any stretch of the word, but it's kind of fun. But special effects left a bit to be desired. I know, time frame and all. Still, that stretch mouth thing was not good. With that all said, we'll bring back Pinocchio nose, take the trade dress off of it, and then we've got our 1 in 100 there. So if you want to go that way, you can. The other one I'm kind of interested in, I'm going to give a blind pickup to because it sounds pretty cool, is this No Man's Land by Simon Kudaransky. Covers are awesome. There's a lot of homage covers here. Reading the premise, we're talking about where USA and Russia connect. This is in the 60s, where during certain times of year, the ice connects the countries you can walk across, and a body is found, and then we got the KGB, and we got the FBI agent working together. Sounds like it's a little bit of a Red Heat with Belushi and Schwarzenegger. Remember that? So you got a little bit of Red Heat mixed with maybe Insomnia. I don't know. All I know is I'm kind of interested in wanting to read this, so I'm going to check it out. And while this cover A is pretty solid, the cover B is pretty good. I'm definitely getting the 7. 7 homage. I'm a big fan of the movie. 7, Fincher, Pitt, Freeman, serial killer, 7 Deadly Sins. I mean, it's a great movie. I love this movie. So I'm getting this one. Getting this homage. The Hunt for Red October is not bad. This is also a solid homage, but I'm going 7 instead of Red October. And then there is another homage here to Frank Miller and Ruka with the whiteout. So we got the Frank Miller doing the whiteout cover here, or at least in that Frank Miller style too. It's interesting, but again, I'm going with 7. And then they also have a version of the cover A, but they're making a noir, almost a sepia toned. Take some of that brighter color off of it, and you have that option too. But still, 7 is the one I'm grabbing. With that all said, those are the books I'm picking on a blind, but I do have another book that I'm going to do a taste test. I'm going to give it a try. Last week's taste test was that Red Hood book, which, well, unfortunately, that's the only taste we're going to get. This week, we'll see if maybe I might have to pick this back up again. I don't know. It's just, it started off good as a series, and the book I'm talking about is Deadpool Wolverine. The first issue actually surprised me, was good. Second issue was okay, and then I just kind of lost interest pretty quickly because I'm just the combo mashup character books. They just never hold my interest long. But for whatever reason, read the synopsis here. We got the Horsemen. I'm always a big fan of Apocalypse, and I do like the idea of the Horsemen. And hearing that these two are going to be serving as Horsemen, now I'm intrigued. So we got Apocalypse, we got Deadpool and Wolverine, both being Horsemen. Who are the other two Horsemen? I want to know. I'm kind of curious, and it even tells me now's a good time to catch up with issue 9. So I guess what? I guess now is a good time for me to catch up at issue 9 because I'm going to give this a try this week. So with that said, we'll see if Percy can come through for me and bring me back into reading this. There's just this cover and a 1 in 25 option here for you to worry about. So if you want to go incentive-wise, you can. Otherwise, just get the cover A, which, again, looks pretty cool. I like the stacking of the heads. With that said, One World Under Doom marches on. It's still chugging along. We don't have a lot this week. I think we just got 2 books to worry about, but one of them is Fantastic Four, I believe, right? Is that what we got? Yep, Fantastic Four number 3. So it's just the 3rd issue of this new volume. Pretty fun little cover there with the Fantastic Car. You got Doom in the background. Cool. It's something about origins of Doom, or I don't know. I'm just over this whole event. It just took too long. I just lost interest. That's all. Personally, I just lost momentum like months ago, and it's still rolling. With that, multiple covers here. We got the video game with Torch. I really like this Invisible Woman cover here. It's just very pretty to look at. I like it. Then we've got this goofy, Mickey Mouse thing. I'm just tired of these two. And then we got Scotty Young doing the connecting cover thing, which we'll show you what it does when it all connects up. We'll slide Reed over there, and then we got the others here. We probably got one more of these to go, right? We still need Johnny. So we're still going to get Johnny in on the... Oh, wait. Yeah, we're still going to get Johnny in here. So with that said, that's what we got with the Scotty Young connecting covers so far. Then we got the incentives. We'll go with the 1 in 50 here, hidden gem cover, and then we'll take that silly Mickey cover and take the... Like, who would want to pay 1 in 100 price for this? It's 1 in 100 variant. Why? It just seems like such a waste. Give it up at this point. Like, years ago was a fun idea. It's been overdone. It's just no need for it. It's just like doing the 1 in 100 timeless. Nobody's paying a premium for those anymore. Nobody. Like, you have a hard time even selling them at cover price, I think. Just stop. You don't need to make a 1 in 100. It's just not necessary. If that's what you're going to do, give us something that we might want, something that for shops to strive for, to up their orders. I mean, I can't think of any shop that's going to go, you know what? I was only going to get 50 FF number 3s, but when I saw that Mickey Mouse cover, I really had to double my order. I don't think I hear conversations like that happen often. With that said, Runaways. So we still got Runaways running alongside with One World Under Doom. Only 2 covers. We've got an A and we got a B. So pick one, and there you go. I'm on the fence about some books, and I might still be getting them, but they may not last long. And the book that I currently am putting on the fence now is one I said I was going to get no matter what. But, man, I just can't keep up with reading it, and just the interest ain't there right now for me. And that is the Star Wars book. I mean, there's no content right now to keep me interested. So Star Wars number 5, I don't know. I might have to just set this down for a while and go dollar bin digging to catch up somewhere down the line, because that's where we're going to find a lot of these, I think. With that said, issue 5, okay. Attack of the Battle Droids, cool, I guess. A couple of covers, and then we got these anniversary covers. I'm also tired of these. So number 9 to 10 for the Revenge of the Sith. 20 years since Revenge of the Sith. Wow, I'm old. And then these Powers of the Force action figure covers is another sign we need to stop. Like, I don't think anybody was really aching for this muscle-bound Chewbacca action figure cover, because the figure itself was a hot mess. Let's not bring it back in picture form here. It's unnecessary. Just let it go. That said, the 1 in 25 is not bad. I mean, it's Gist, I think. So, looks pretty cool. I like the orange. It's cool, but it's 1 in 25. Don't think I want to pay those prices. So it'll probably be left on the rack, along with a bunch of these other titles that I can't keep up with. So let's see what I'm leaving on the rack this week. That doesn't mean you got to leave them on the rack, and that's why we're kind of keeping up with what's going on in these books, even if I'm personally not picking them up. Maybe I'll dip back in at some point, but for now, Batman World's Finest. Yeah, I know I love a good Bizarro story, but this one also kind of dragged on a little bit too long for me. But issue 43, rolling out, cover A. There's a B cover. We got bats and soups. Yeah, we got another C option, which again, Bizarroing them up, pretty cool. And then we've got Spears doing the trading card thing, which I like these. I like these DC trading card things. I don't know if we need that much distressing on these cards, but yeah, they're all distressed up. It looks like a pulp cover distressing, but which I like. But I don't know if we need to do that because these cards are from the 90s. I don't generally see them that beat up. That would be my only complaint here. I think there's too much distress, but still pretty fun Bizarro cover. And then we got a 1 in 25 if you want to go that way. So there you go. Big hands. I'll call this the big hands cover because look at those mitts on Soup. Like Superman, his hands are like he can grab his own head. Like whatever. Moving on. Justice League Red. Yeah, this was another title that just wasn't for me. It's got all the red characters, but they're not. I don't know. It's a Red Tornado thing. I don't want to get into it. It's just I can't. I just can't keep up with everything. This one, issue 2, it's a pretty cool B cover though. When you got the Red Tornado there, and you got like there's a Red Canary, and you got Deadman, which it's a fun looking squad, but I don't know. And then we do have another Mark Spears card here, but this time it's Black Adam. Again, a lot of distressing. Crypto. Yeah, I don't need a Crypto comic, but they're making them. There's an A. There's a B. Both covers, not bad. And then there's a third cover, but we'll get to that a little bit later on in the show when we get to the segmented out variants. So let's just jump on the Nightwing here. Solid covers on Nightwing as they have been through most of the run, but I've kept dipping my toe back in to read them, and I just can't get back on board. I'm just not getting hooked. So it is what it is. Maybe we'll try again soon, but issue 130, I like this cover. I like the Fornes here a lot too. And yeah, so I'd go with either one of those two. This one's all right, I guess. I got another option. And then there's a 1 in 25, which I actually did order one of these because I think Midtown had it for only like $9 or something. And it's not too bad of a price for a 1 in 25. And I dig it. I like this. I like this design. I like it when the trade dress is kind of worked into the image and this rooftop kind of piping and brick. They just look cool. So I picked one up because, like I said, I found it for a decent price. And with that, even though I said it's on the rack, I did buy that cover. This book, I don't have really any interest in here. This Godzilla Escape from the Dead Zone, something about humans controlling kaiju. I don't know if they're doing some magic or what's going on. Church of Godzilla. I don't know. This just doesn't sound like anything I'm interested in. So it's staying on the shelf for me. You let me know if it's any good. But there's the A. Then there's a B. And then there's a black and white. Looks like Eric Larson art there. Black and white 1 in 25 if you want to go that way. So whoop, there you go. I'm fine. No. Want to read about monsters? I'll check out Incredible Hulk again, which we still got some more monster action coming. But I just can't. I've fallen off this title for a while too. We're at Legacy 810, so issue 29. You got the, was it Harpy, Red Harpy or whatever? I don't know what she's calling herself these days. Right there on the cover. Attacking Hulk, A. Oh yeah, there's more blah, blah, blah. The Incredible Landmark issue 30. Like every issue becomes Landmark one way or another when you give them two numbers. It's like I don't know, it's cheap because it was 10 issues ago was Landmark issue 800, but then we'll go back to the regular numbering. Now it's Landmark 25. Oh, and guess what? Now it's Landmark 30. It's like every round number we're going to celebrate with it being Landmark. Frustrating, I think. I don't know what to say about these USA 250th homage variants. I mean, I get it. It's just, I don't know if I really need this. But it's out there. Video game one's pretty cool, though. That's a pretty cool Hulk. Kind of like the Mystic Mayhem there. 1 in 25. Not bad. Not a bad 1 in 25. But then the 1 in 50 goes back with the OG of that Revolutionary War Hulk. I don't know what we're going to call him. Blue coat. Whatever. I don't need it. It's calendar. Well, I think as they're going back to the 200th, the bicentennial, I think they came out with that calendar and they had all these images in it, but which I get. Now we're getting 250, but it's still, eh. Miles. I've always wanted to. Again, and this is another title, just like Nightwing. I've tried multiple times to get back in, and I just can't. Just can't get hooked. I do kind of like the new suit. And apparently Miles can do swords. Somebody was explaining to me, okay, so he can do big swords too, because everybody's doing big swords in comics these days. No big sword here. That's on the Ultimate side of things. But here we got Black Cat. Cover A, solid. Cover B, another Black Cat, solid cover. Then we got a White Cat. I think that's what he's called. It's White Cat cover. All right, looks like a Zoolander cover to me. But Hansel's so hot these days. Todd Knock doing these. I'm over these to just put these in the timeless bin with the Alex Rosses of things that I'm over them. Action figure covers, these iconics, the timeless. I'm just bored by them. Sorry, it is what it is. With that said, 1 in 25 option here too, so you can go that way. And again, sorry if you are collecting any of those other cover sets. I'm not trying to belittle your collecting. It's just for me, I'm over it. With that said, the new Avengers, issue 4. I was over this series pretty quickly too. I just couldn't get connected to it. They tried to really, kind of piggyback off of the Thunderbolts being secretly the new Avengers, but it just didn't seem to work. I don't know. It just didn't seem to work. Movie was good. I just couldn't get in on this comic. But issue 4 rolling out. A couple of covers. You got A's, you got B's. We got this C where we got apparently I guess this is Pimp Loki on vacation. He's gone to the beach and he brought his pimp hat with him. I don't know what this is, but it exists. As does this one. So you might go with this option. All right. Cool. Phoenix, issue 15. Odd number to wrap up with, but apparently Phoenix is wrapping up here with issue 15. I guess if you break them into 5s, you got 3 trade paperbacks at 5 issues apiece. But will Sarah Gray live? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Cool covers. This series has had good covers basically the whole way, except for, once again, these stupid logo reveal. Yeah, binary is coming. Okay. I guess that's cool. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. I do like that one. So good covers, apart from the logos. And then we got Ultimate Black Panther. So still rolling out there. Ultimate Black Panther. Even though there's no regular Black Panther title right now. Ultimate Black Panther, 20 issues deep. Cover A, cover B. I just couldn't keep up with the series, so I just kind of faded. My interest waned, and like I said, the Ultimate stuff, even Spider-Man's starting to fade on me. But it's almost done, so I'm just going to kind of see. Well, and then we'll get a new creative team, but the 24 issues is almost done, so I almost was fading, but we'll just see it to the end. We'll see it to the end. But we're not here to talk about that title because it's not out this week, but the Ultimates. I did give it a taste test. I did try to jump back in, and again, it just not hooked. Just not hooked. Mildly curious. I'm mildly curious when we get ultimate versions of heroes and villains that we all know, but outside of that, I'm just not into it. I don't know. But we got an A, you got a B, and we've got a C cover, as well as 1 in 25. So, pick your poison there. 1 in 25 option if you want to go that route. Otherwise, let's roll on to new number 1s, of which we have a few. While I did pick a couple for my blind picks, there's other stuff coming out with new number 1s this week that we should take a quick look at. Starting off first with Dark Horse, I think. Magic the Gathering, giving us this Untold Stories one-shot. Like $5. Get some Magic the Gathering stories. I don't know much about Magic the Gathering. I never played the game, so I know there's been comics that have come out before. But here we go. A, you got a B. All these covers aren't bad. And then we got a C cover. They're all pretty good, if you ask me. Then we got a Black Label, big oversized, almost big magazine-sized Batman: The Second Night, going back to the 1940s. So we got the year 1940. We'll go tell an OG Batman story from back then, old timey, by Dan Jurgens. So book 1, there you go. We got a cover A. That's not a bad cover B. I like it. Granted, on the magazine size. There's a lot of empty space there. I think it would work better on the regular comic size. C is also pretty good. You got the classic ears on the bats there and the purple gloves. Then we got a black and white for the 1 in 25. Looks like a Nosferatu poster with a scarecrow back there. Cool. Casey Jones. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Casey Jones. I don't know what this is coming out for. But this is his first solo series in over 30 years. Okay. But I thought April O'Neil took over for him. I don't know which universe this is in. That's what's also confusing about the Turtles these days. I don't know who's going where or what. There's like TMNT, and then there's TMNT Journeys, and then we got the Last Ronin. It's like, I don't know all these timelines. I don't know my Turtles all that well to begin with. You start mixing in timelines, and I'm getting confused. But Casey Jones apparently is getting his solo miniseries here, even though I thought April O'Neil was Casey Jones now, or took the whatever. Couple of covers here. You got an A, you got a B, you got a sketch cover, and there's also a 1 in 25 black and white if we want to take that B cover and take the color away from it. Oh, and that's not it, because there is a 1 in 50 big boy book if you want to go on the high end of the incentive mark. So there you go. Coming back with a 4th volume, Creepshow. Coming in with the horror anthology books. So we got Creepshow coming out here with issue 1, volume 4, issue 1. We got an A, we got a B, and we've got a 1 in 10 if you want to go with one of those. Cool. No other covers. Good as Dead. I guess it's a one shot or start of something. I don't know. All I know is 48 pages for $8. That's a steep asking price. That's a steep ask for a one shot, and it's only 48. It's not like 64 or 96 or an 80 pager or anything like that. I don't know. That seems like a lot. So I don't know if I'm grabbing this one. Good as Dead, even though the could be a good story. I mean, Lapham could be good, but I don't know. The $8 makes me balk. It was $5. I'm probably grabbing it. $8. I don't know. There's like 2 books I could get for that. One of those being Boba Fett, Black, White, and Red. I mean, why not? Right? Why not? We could always use some good Boba Fett stories. So give us some short little anthology stories. We'll make it Black, White, and Red. I'm guessing the red's going to be blood. Nah, it's Star Wars. They don't really do blood. But still, we'll see how it plays out. Cover A. We got a B. I like the Carrie Andrews here. C cover. That's the one I picked. Because, I don't know, it just looks cool. Then we got a 1 in 25 by Lionel Francis Yu. Not bad. Classic Boba Fett. And then that Carrie Andrews without the trade dress is the 1 in 100. But I ain't springing for 1 in 100 prices. But it's out there. And then we have this title, which I'm sure everybody is chomping at the bit to pick up. Flow out of Mad Cave. And yes, it's about what you think it's about. I mean, we got girls at camp. It's that time. It's that special time for a young lady. And the other girls apparently lie to her and tell her she's cursed. It sounds like it's like Carrie vibes. And then in the present, like they end up being cursed and they think it's this girl that they teased. I don't know. So it's almost like a revenge tale. I don't know exactly what this is, but it's got Carrie vibes and a bit of revenge, curses. Could be interesting. It's just, I don't know. I feel weird picking this book up at the shop. I don't know why. Be almost like going to the store and picking up a box of Tampax, even though you like shouldn't be embarrassed to pick it up. It's just you get that weird rush. If you're walking around with this on your stack, you're probably gonna hide it like between other books so nobody sees you carrying it around the shop. But at the same time, I don't know. Maybe it'll be interesting. That all said, there's 2 covers. This is the A, and then we've got this B option here. Then this newer publisher, this I forget what the heck it is, what the idea thing is, but Voyeur is coming out. This new title. It's first creative endeavor by Leah Williams and artist David Baldion, the team behind Power Girl. It's her first creator-owned book. So fans of White Lotus and Hitchcock's To Catch a Thief. Good flick, by the way. And sexy 90s thrillers. Are we talking like Basic Instinct and Disclosure? That's what I don't know. But kind of interested. Covers aren't bad. A. B is pretty good. And then there's a 1 in 5, which actually I think I ordered one of these too by Yannick Paquette. Thought it was cool. So 1 in 5, grabbing one of those. All right. Kind of bringing us to the end here. We'll get into all the variant stuff and also the facsimiles. We got a couple. Not a ton, but we do have a couple of facsimiles to cover here and some black and white stuff because, man, they just don't mind reselling us things. Like, I get it. Not everybody's got a Batman 1. I don't have a Batman 1, but we can all buy a reprint facsimile if we want. $10 though. That's a big price for a reprint. Especially if you want it shiny. Then we're talking it's $13. So good on you there. And if you want a blank sketch cover, a lot of real estate for drawing, that's $11 still. Whew. And then we're also getting Civil War. I guess are we in an anniversary for Civil War? I'm assuming that's why we're getting all these reprinted facsimile wise. So Civil War issue 2 was it like 20 years now? I guess sounds about right. But Civil War number 2, and then we'll take the Turner covers of which these had, make it foil. That's the foil option. And then there's also a 1 in 25. And yes, this is the issue where Peter Parker, reveals himself to the world. I mentioned black and white covers because we're getting these artist books where they're just giving you kind of like unfinished art and stuff, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. But work in progress, DC, black and white, Absolute Batman number 1. All right. I mean, I guess. I don't know why they're doing the whole Wolverine Revenge series, but they're doing that too. So you can pick those all up again. This time just black and white. I don't know. Probably would have been better just to collect it in a trade, and the people who want to buy it will just buy the whole trade that way instead of these single issues. But whatever. Later prints. We've got a lot. DC is not being shy this week about giving you absolute reprints. So let's get into it and let's get in through it quickly because there are a lot of these damn things. For whatever reason, if you haven't gotten a copy of Absolute Batman 1 yet, here you go. Here's your chance to get the 8th printing of this thing. 8. Need issue 2? There's a 6th. Need issue 3? There's a 5th. Hey, issue 4's got a 4th. I like the symmetry there. 3rd printing on number 5. 3rd printing on number 6. 3rd printing on number 7. Jesus, we already got 3 printings on number 7? Wow. 7 issues. Reprints of Batman. This week alone. And they're not alone. They won't be on the shelves by themselves because we've got a 7th print of Wonder Woman. Not just one, because for whatever reason, we need to have 2 cover options on the 7th print of Absolute Wonder Woman. Again, I like the art, but do we need both of these? Especially the one that's just reusing the original cover again. I don't know. Number 2's got a 5th. Number 3's got a 4th. Number 4's got a 3rd. Number 5's got a 2nd. Guess who else has a 2nd? Number 6. Guess what else you can get? You're right. Number 7. Are we done? Number 8. We done? Number 9. Are we done? Because it just came out, but guess what? We've already got our 2nd print for number 10. So they're giving you 10 issues reprinted this week of Wonder Woman. Absolute Wonder Woman. 7 of Absolute Batman. That's a lot of books. 17. Even the Wonder Woman's alone. They're $5 a piece. That's $50 in reprints if you were to get them all. And for the OCD collectors out there who got to get them all, it's $50 just for the Wonder Womans. And another $35 for Batman. $85 in reprints. What are you doing, DC? Marvel, you're not any better. Captain America number 2 getting a 2nd print. But do we need this? I guess so we can sell you all a 1 in 25. 3rd print of Marvel Rivals. Is this necessary? I don't even remember this thing. I read it, but I don't even remember what it was about. And then Ultimate Spider-Man. 2nd print. Yeah, Venom. Cool. Let's get you that 1 in 25 as well. I don't know. That said, this next bit, these are kind of cool. I mean, they're technically reprints, They're not facsimiles. They're a little expensive, but they got the sound chips in them. I know you've seen them. So we got Transformers 1 with the sound chip in it, and yeah, they got the Transformer sound. So when you open them up, it makes the sound. That's kind of cool. It's like the Godzilla roar and the King Kong roar books. Yeah, it's $20. That's a tall order, but still pretty cool. This is Transformers 1 with the Autobots. There's also a Decepticons version for Transformers 1, so you can get the Autobot or the Decepticon version. Yeah, they got me for both, as well as Void Rivals getting another Autobot look here. But this is Void Rivals one. And yes, I did buy them all. And yeah, they weren't cheap, but I wanted them because they're cool. They got me. What can I say? I'd still rather pay the, what was it, almost 60, 50 bucks probably, because I got them for less than 20 a piece, but still, I'd rather pay that than get all those other absolute second prints, the 9th prints and 10th prints and nonsense. Milking you. That's it. Halloween covers. These are the Halloween masks. Not my favorite. Not my favorite gimmick. I gotta be honest. But Marvel's doing it. Here we go. We've got a handful of issues this week. We've got Amazing Spider-Man given as a goblin mask. I like it with the whole, here's how you cut it out, give you instructions. Yes, it's fun. But, yeah, I'm already kind of over it. Wolverine on Deadpool and Wolverine. We got the Thing here on Fantastic Four. Well, pretty fun. Weird looking Hulk, though. Hulk on 29. I don't know. They gave him like my eyebrows, but made him a little like caterpillars. And then like the cutouts for the eyes are bigger than his actual eyes. Like, why did they draw his eyes so tiny? I know that's what they used to look like, but the little eyes with those weird Crayola eyebrows, it's just a weird Hulk look, I think. I could be wrong. Yeah, we still got Stitch covers. Stitch still on 100s, on homages to issue 100s. This time out, we have Fantastic Four #3, Stitch on an homage to Fantastic Four #100. So there you go. This is it. The spectacular, long-awaited 100th anniversary issue, featuring villains, 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 and Stitch. Corner box. So we only got one, but just to remind you all, this is what we're talking about. This was the last time out. Supergirl, see the corner box way up here? Yep, see it right there? The art there gets its own cover, like this, by Dan Mora. Pretty cool. We had this. We had a Superboy last time out. This week, and I think there's going to be 5 in total. The third one, we got Crypto. So Crypto in a corner box. I probably should have put Crypto's book there so I could show you that, because on the Crypto book, this is the corner box. But then we got a couple of soups coming next week or the week after. But with that said, keep it rolling. DC with a lot of variants this month. Gotham by Delato. This time out, we've only got one. And we've just got Nightwing. Looking like he's selling, not perfume, a little cologne. You can smell like Nightwing. A little bit of blood and back alley streets. Nightwing by Pierre Cardin. I don't know why I thought of Pierre Cardin of all people. But with that said, let's get into some pumpkin spice action, because pumpkin spicy. Again, DC's excuse to try to do swimsuit covers in all seasons. This time out, yep, let's see that Dick Grayson. That Dick Grayson in action. Nightwing rocking them pumpkins. And this one's a real stretch. I guess it's the fall background by John Boy. But otherwise, I thought this was just like a fiery Nightwing and Starfire cover. I guess they're drinking coffee. And then, yeah, the fall leaves. But if they didn't put that pumpkin spicy logo on it, I wouldn't have known this was in that group, personally. But now I see the foliage in the background. I guess it sells it, but still seems a little bit of a stretch. It's not like, Dick Grayson sitting on pumpkins in his undies. That's it. We'll leave the beefcake aside and get into the cheesecake now. And we've got a bit this week. Not a ton, but a good amount. More than we've had lately. And we'll dive right into it with Vampirilla, Armageddon, issue 3. That's what we're at here. So, yeah, issue 3, Vampy. Cool. We've got some other options, of course, here. You got Lyrics Lee. You got Linsner. So you can't go wrong with a Linsner. not being left out, and you got to have a cosplay cover. So we got cosplay there. Cool. Witchblade, 90s style. We're bringing it back. But issue 14, a lot of hair there, Sarah Pazzini. If that's who's still, yeah, it is still Detective Sarah. I'm not reading this current Witchblade run. I feel like I've read it already, and I feel like they're just redoing the old hits. But a couple of cover options there if you're interested. Bang, bang. And we got a third. And then we're going to go, yeah, and that lady in the background kind of creepy, right? So let's back off of that and give you some Virgin versions. So we got some incentives, I think. This, I think, was a 1 in 10. My bad for not leaving it up there. Yeah, it was a 1 in 10. And then we got a 1 in 25 with the creepy lady as the background. Then we'll go over to Grimm Zenescope. A lot of Zenescope. Zenescope's playing catch-up because I think with the whole transition away from Diamond, they had a lot of books that just kind of got delayed, and I think maybe they're all kind of piling up and coming out now that they moved away from Diamond. With that, Grimm Fairy Tales, Tales of Terror number 8. Yeah, you got the little headless knife killer with the cleavage right there, and then we've got the options here with the Royal, and then we'll make it a little naughtier for the 1 in 20. So we'll just take some of that away. Boom, there you go, and there's your 1 in 20. If you want to go pay those premium prices, not easy to collect those, but they can do well. Oz and the Tablet of Destinies. I guess we've got Dorothy fighting Glenda. I guess. I don't know. I'm not reading this. I guess there's stories in these, but they're really just a bunch of covers. A's and B's and C's and D's by Ivan Tao. And then we've got Burns. I think this is a Burns. Yeah, Josh Burns giving us this. And then we'll make the 1 in 20. A little bit of a naughty version of that. So, where is it? There you go. Put her in a little bit of lingerie, and now it's a 1 in 20. We're not done. Robin Hood with a Y. She's got an A. She's got a B. She's got a C cover, and she's got another option here, which, as you might guess it, another Josh Burns that we will make naughty. She's wearing white in this one, but not in the 1 in 20. There we go. We'll put her in the lingerie on this one. You see what they do? You see now you're getting the release of how Zenescope rolls. Yeah, because we got one more. We got Grimm Fairy Tales number 99. 1, 2, 3. Guess what we got here? A 4th cover. And guess what we're going to do to it? You're right. 1 in 20. We're going to take some of that away. There you go. So, there you have it for the Cheesecake segment. With that, let's get into a couple of covers that'll just wrap us up here that I just liked, most of which were actually over at Dynamite, the company that gives us way too many covers. But just like the Space Ghost, I'm not reading this book, but the covers are kind of cool. Herculoids at issue 8. Pretty cool Matina. We've got a Linsner. Not bad. And we got a Bjorn Barons. Also pretty solid. Herculoids. I remember that cartoon, but I don't like it enough to go back and want to collect these comics because that's a lot. That's a pretty tall ask there, Nordberg. But there are some fun incentives, too, you can keep an eye out for. Cover-wise, Stan Sakai giving us, I think this is I Hate Fairyland 44. It might be the right number, but this is the 1 in 10. Kind of fun. I kind of like it. It fits the vibe. And then our friend Flops on Rick and Morty. You know, I love Rick and Morty, so yeah, I'm getting all these because these also connect. This is part of a connecting cover set. I'll show you it all when it's done. But connecting cover set 1 in 10 Flops. This is Beth Till Death, Rick and Morty versus the universe. But as much as I like those covers, they're not my favorites of the week. These are, in my opinion, the best of the week. And you can disagree if you like. Tell me which ones are your favorites of the week. But for my money, I almost put the Nightwing book here. I almost did as my favorite variant. But art-wise, I couldn't say no to this Leaper Mayho. Yes, I know there's a trade dress version, but this 1 in 100 is still gorgeous all on its own. So I did make this my favorite of the week, though the Nightwing was pretty close because I just liked it. But incentive, 1 in 100, Liber Mayho. And then for the regular issue, I kind of kicked over a couple. The Magics kind of cancel each other out, which left this Fantastic Four sitting at the top. I know it seems quite simple, but Something about it. I just like looking at it. I think it's the soft tones. It seems kind of calming. I don't know, but it's nice on this number 3. And with that, that's all I have for you this week. It still went about an hour. I tried to be a little quicker. I tried to get this done as fast as I could tonight. And it'll run kind of late, but it'll still run. And hopefully enjoy it. Hopefully you're enjoying everything else here on the channel. I do want to thank you for all the support. So please come back, check out all the other content and the other live shows that we have this week. I think I'm going to try to come back on the TAC this week because I should have some time. And I may actually drop something kind of fun that JJ and I have been talking about just to kind of taste test. Just a little bit of a taste test show, possibly tomorrow night. So if you're interested and you're free tomorrow evening around 9-ish, keep an eye on the channels. We may have a little special pop-up show just to have a little bit of fun, because there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of fun. With all that said, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you're enjoying everything here on the channel. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Hype the video, because that's a new YouTube feature. So if you can throw out some hypes my way, I would appreciate it. And with that all said, I'll see you all later with some more content. All right.